Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 18 of the TirannwnOnly Ultimate Ironman. This episode we're going to be tackling the smithing grind. Now I covered a lot of these details back in the last episode, but the long story short is we're going to be killing zombies to obtain copper and tin ore so that we can smelt them into bronze bars with the newly found anvil in the underground pass. If you haven't already, go check out episode 17 as it fills in a lot of the blanks for this episode. It also covers the future of the account and where I'm planning to head with the series and what kind of direction we're going to be taking over the next few months. But for now, we're chopping down these trees, we're going to be making yew longbows and selling and alching them just to make some cash so we can get ourselves a dragon halberd so that we can head into the underground pass and start killing zombies. Level 71 fletching and the first level of the video. We're about 30k in and we need 325,000 coins so that we can purchase that halberd. Second level of the video, level 18 farming. I've been making sure to rake the weeds every time I come back to town, as it's almost a perfect 15-minute cycle between every trip of yew logs. The first bird's nest so far, and it's a maple seed. Not what we're looking for, we're still hunting for those apple seeds so that we can start this farming grind. And the second bird's nest, what have we got? A banana tree seed. Whilst not terrible and actually quite useful, there's not much point in me taking it at the moment as it's just a wasted invent slot. We're still a couple of weeks, if not a month or so off, being able to plant something like that. Level 42 crafting. The last crafting level we'll get from this mini grind as we're approaching the 325k that we need. So, long story short, but my recording actually stuffed up and I just black screened when I was purchasing this, but we finally got the dragon halberd. Little bit of money to spare just in case we need it for anything, but there we have it. It looks gorgeous. It's something we've been working towards since day 0 and it's really nice to finally have it. It's fantastic for melee training, steps above the rune dagger that we were using, and I think it's time to finally put it to use. And there it is, our first bit of copper ore. Only a few kills in, I think we got a little lucky with it, but something I did notice a little while ago but I guess never mentioned, was that the level 13 zombies are only capable of dropping copper ore, whereas the level 22s can drop tin ore. Now it's not listed on the wiki, but their drop tables are slightly different with slight variances. So obtaining copper ore from the level 13s is actually easier as they drop less loot. Double Rennars on the floor at the moment. Now as much as I want to pick them up, at this point they're just a waste of invent space, as even if I note them it's a wasted slot and I'm going to have to make multiple trips out to keep doing it. We're still a while off achieving prayer pots in level 38 herblore, so for the moment I think it's just best that we leave them and, you know, just say goodbye to any Rennars that we get. Hey, there we go, our first tin ore achieved. Our first spin at the rare drop table, a loop half of key. Now, whilst useful for Song of the Elves later down the line so we can obtain a runite bar, at the moment it's really got no use for us and you can barely alch it for anything, but at least it shows that these guys are capable of dropping stuff from the rare drop table, and we might be able to see a dragon med or a dragon stone from these guys sometime soon. Level 6 herblore, I just missed it. Some totally unexpected gains from cleaning these herbs, but I'm keen to see how far it'll actually take us. I'm trying to kill a mix of zombies between the level 13s and 24s, but as you can see I've got 3 copper ore to 1 tin ore, so there is a slight variance in the drop rates for these 2 ores. And there we have it, our second tin ore. We finished up the coppers, so now we're just focusing on the level 24s, trying to smash this out and get our first inventory of ore done. Level 7 herblore. Tallied out 1 hour on the dot, really hoping to get a random event, but it doesn't look like anyone's actually going to spawn. We're running quite low on food, so I was expecting to tally out, I was trying to hold out, but unfortunately messing around with the instances and trying to force spawn random events just doesn't seem to be working for us. Level 19 farming achieved. We're getting so much closer to level 27 with each day. Do you want to know what the best bit about training ever skill to level 70 is? Check it out down below, it's the sex number. True to myself as always, we missed the level, but that was level 54 prayer achieved just from burying bones. I reckon from this smithing grind at the rate this is going, we could be pushing level 60 by the time we're done. Level 60 prayer is equivalent to 60,000 bones buried, which is absolutely insane. I'm telling you, I really didn't expect these levels, but level 8 herblore just from cleaning herbs. Ridiculous. That is it. That is finally done. Thank the Lord. That took way too long. Oh, go clean this Marital really quick, but Jesus. Let's take this tin ore over to the furnace and make our first inventory of bronze bars. It's the moment of truth. Use the copper ore on the furnace. And there we have it. 6 smithing experience, getting ever so close to level 2. We'll finish up the rest of the invent and we'll take it down to the dwarf camp so that we can net ourselves level 2 smithing and get the first level of our grind completed. Smith at this anvil. We'll create ourselves all the daggers that we possibly can. Oh my god. Level 2 smithing. This has taken me 14 hours to achieve. 14 hours for level 2 of farming all of that ore from zombies. I have no idea what I'd be doing at the moment if they didn't add this anvil in, because the smithing grind has become so much more difficult than I ever imagined. But here we go, our first invent complete, and it'll take us just short of level 3. Oh my god, speechless honestly. I've never put that much work in just to get level 2 in a skill before. But we'll head back out now. We're going to head over to the zombies and we're going to start this smithing grind for real. Just finished my first trip back in there after the bronze bars. 1 hour and 55 minutes for that random event that we're not even going to use. So this episode is full of monumental achievements. First, it was level 2 smithing. And now, once I clean this, level 10 herblore, which you know is pretty cool in itself. But it is level 1000 total level on the TirannwnOnly Ultimate Ironman. 1000 total level. Insane. It looks so clean. Oh, UIM Herblore, thank you so much for coming out and being a huge help and support as always. You're an absolute madman. My god. That feels sensational to have finally achieved on the account. Level 70 hit points achieved, and level 11 Herblore. These levels just keep on rolling in. The only issue with this amazing level is I am now 500 kills dry on a tin ore from level 24 zombies. I got the first one at 25 KC, and I think we've been at it for almost 3 to 4 hours now, without a single tin ore in sight. So, here's hoping that we get it soon. Oh my god, oh, holy shit, that is better than a pet. Oh my god, finally. Oh my god. Level 12 Herblore. They're still rolling in, and that last tin ore that we got must have been the lucky one, because I've received 2 tin ores within 100 kills just now, so the dry streak's making up for itself. The second invent is in the furnace, and that is level 3 smithing. Fantastic. And somehow obtaining this invent was still quicker than the last one, even though we had that dry spell. Who cares? We're going to smelt the rest of these bars now, and we're going to go forge them on the anvil, and hopefully that should take us pretty well to level 4. And with 1 bar to go, level 4 smithing. Whew, okay, 2 invents down, 3 levels down. We're getting there ever so slowly, but we're working our way up to that level 15 mark that we need. I don't know how much longer it's going to take, but you know what, I'm going to stick to it. For now, we're going to start making some nails, because now that we have this opportunity, we're going to make the most of it and start training construction up. And there we have it, level 70 strength. 3 smithing levels has taken me 10 strength levels, but you know what? We need it, we need the melee experience, and we're going to start training our defense so that we can take out Zora a lot easier later on. Can I just direct your eyes to the drop rate of tin from this trip? In the same 1 in 500 that we got from the last trip, we've now received 5 tin ore in 500 kills, but we've also been mixing it up between the zombies, so it's very RNG based, as you know, I expected it to be. We just got very unlucky earlier. Something I never thought I'd see on this grind, but we did finish the tin ore before the copper ore on this trip. So we just did that 1 more copper and we're set for our 3rd inventory of bronze bars, and this one has gone surprisingly quick. And there she blows, the last copper ore for this trip. It's taken us 3 defense levels, but man, that feels pretty damn good to finish that quickly. Level 5 smithing. 2 more bronze bars left on this trip, but man, that's quite the milestone to have achieved. So we've been smithing now for over 30 hours, and we've just started making nails. But as I said before, we're going to start training some construction. So we're going to take a break from smithing for a bit and go get a few of those levels up with the planks found in the underground pass. Scored ourselves a full invent of planks. Why can't I teleport? Oh, I didn't get any air runes. Rest in peace. I stopped off by the wizards on the way and grabbed myself some earth runes, but completely forgot the air runes I needed. What I was going to say is I world hopped and grabbed myself a full invent of planks from this new spawn that was added with Song of the Elves, and once we get the drop that we need, we'll head on home and start building some furniture. Still hunting for air runes, but we snagged ourselves level 71 hit points. Here we go. So since they removed the paladins, we can no longer get the iron bars that we need to build portal frames, but now that we can make nails, we'll craft ourselves these crude wooden chairs, and oh my god, look at the nail stack plummet, Jesus. But yeah, no, we'll craft ourselves these chairs up for the easy experience, and it's actually going to be a lot more efficient than killing the paladins, because we did need 10 iron bars per frame. So we'll just do some plank trips now and get as many levels as we can. Level 3 construction, so there we go. We need to get to at least level 5 to start building the decorative rocks out of limestone, which will be our main method of construction. But yeah, for now we'll just keep building up these chairs, gaining the levels. We'll go for level 15 so that we can get ourselves the tool store once we unlock oak planks. With the second trip complete, we've now got level 7 construction, and this is actually one of the bigger unlocks we needed for the account. Whilst we do need steel bars, and the only way to obtain that is going to be through implings and skeleton kills, we can now get ourselves a pump and drain built in the kitchen, so that we can start filling up vials and training herblore. Without this, we have no way of training herblore, so this level is massive once we can actually build it. Bloody generate me a task and call me tedious. We just got the bookcase built, so now we can check out the collection log. We can't actually get anything from this yet, so we do have the Volcano and Zora with 0 in all of those and all of the treasure trails, but this is handy and, you know, pretty cool for later on just to check where we're at and what achievements we've gotten from bosses. But for now, yeah, it's completely and utterly useless other than reminding us that we haven't killed any bosses. Level 31 mining. So whilst we did run out of nails, so we can no longer make wooden chairs, as I said, we unlocked the decorative rocks, so we'll go for level 15 construction through mining limestone. First batch of decorative rocks coming in should get us to level 11 construction. This construction method actually seems a whole lot more viable than I ever anticipated it to be, so it actually gets me relatively keen for the construction grind, and a total level of 1025. We're smashing out these levels this episode. And there we have it, level 15 construction. Something I didn't think we'd have on the account for quite some time to come, but we can now build ourselves the tool store 1. So that means once we get the oak planks that we need from implings, which we're not too far off, we can drop the saw that we've been carrying around with us for the last couple of 100 hours, and, you know, just make extra room in the invent for the further grinds to come. Speaking of implings and hunter levels, we've been trapped away in the underground pass the last week or so I've decided it's probably best we come out here and start burning through some of this fishing bait. It's going to be a chance to gain some fishing levels so we can work our way towards fishing sharks, if we can eventually get a harpoon somehow, but it's also a chance just to AFK and get ourselves some random events and work our way towards level 27 hunter. So I'm just going to hope that we get ourselves some genies and dunces throughout this grind. It'll probably take us the better part of 50 odd hours to burn through all of this fishing bait, so that's at least 30 to 40 random event chances, which means we should be able to get at least 1 or 2 genies. Over the next few grinds we'll be covering, it's actually going to be very difficult for the account to receive any random events. The smithing grind is going to take place entirely in the underground pass, therefore forfeiting the idea of receiving random events due to it being an instance. From there, the thieving grind will be next, and we'll be constantly hopping worlds to lockpick a chest within the Morna headquarters, therefore invalidating any random events as they need at least 5 minutes of in-game time to spawn. After we complete the thieving grind, we'll be moving straight onto hunter. So in between these grinds, we're going to break it up with some more AFK activities such as fletching, fishing and woodcutting, just so that we can try and get ourselves some random events and increase the chance of us getting to level 27 hunter before we reach the hunter grind. At this rate, if we kept it up, although we would be getting the smithing level and the thieving level required faster than we are now, we'd actually be stunted by the time we get to the hunter grind, as we'd be stuck waiting for random events, and we have no idea how long that could possibly take to hold up the account. So it's better to mix up the content, both for the video and for myself, just so you don't burn out as quickly, and to increase the chances of us getting there as we hit level 27 hunter, so we can jump right into the hunter grind as soon as we're ready. At this point in time, we need at least 17 genies to get ourselves to level 27 hunter. Dunces will of course speed up the grind, but the bare minimum that we need is 17 experience randoms. Level 53 cooking. So whilst we're here training fishing, we're going to make the most of it, as this is one of our better cooking methods. We're just chopping down the tree, lighting a fire and cooking the pikes as they roll in. It's pretty decent XP per hour, and it's going to keep our cooking level in line with our fishing level for when we eventually figure out how to get sharked. Just missed it, but we hit level 50 fishing, and we're just going to cook up this invent. As we'd expected, we scored ourselves a genie random and got ourselves a lamp. That now leaves us with one more lamp until level 23 hunter. Level 60 fishing. So a lot of the footage from this grind ended up getting corrupted and not processing properly, and I don't really know what the go was, but as you can see, we ended up finishing the grind off with level 66 fishing and level 69 cooking, so we made some decent headway on these levels, and I'm assuming after we'll finish up with the zombies and the smithing grind, we'll smash out level 76 fishing easily. So whilst I was woodcutting and editing, we scored ourselves a dunce. This gives us 330 hunter experience and level 23 hunter. I was going to save this for the beginning of the new episode, but I think it was only fitting I included it at the end here. So that's an excellent little random event right there, and I'm really hoping we get some more. So thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize that this episode has taken so long to get out. As I said, I took a bit of a break back in August, and I just spent the last week dealing with a lot of corrupted files. Managed to recover most of them, but as I said, the fishing grind just kind of disappeared out of nowhere. Unfortunately, stuff like that just happens. But I'm going to try my best to make sure it doesn't happen again. I think I figured out what the issue was. So thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you again next episode. And keep an eye out for some new videos and a new series that should be up before the next Tirannwnonly episode. Cheers.